Elections are the heart of our democracy. As your district attorney, when that trust is violated, my job is to ensure that those who violate pay with their actions. Today, Shakir Khan, former Lodi City Council member, pled to all 77 counts that were charged against him. Those 77 counts involve 41 counts of illegal gambling, money laundering, tax evasion, and grand theft. 22 counts involve false claims filed to the Employment Development Department regarding COVID reimbursements. He also pled guilty to 14 counts of election fraud. These 77 counts will ensure that he can no longer ever hold office in San Joaquin County again. Today is a reminder that the law will be applied fairly to everyone in San Joaquin County, no matter what your title. And we will defend the very basis of our democratic institutions, our representative republic, and your right to vote, each and every time someone tries to endanger them. Let today's guilty pleas send a message loud and clear, especially as we enter 2024. Any attempt to alter or undermine our electoral process and our democratic institutions in San Joaquin County will be dealt with immediately and to the fullest extent of the law. Your district attorney's office is here for you. I'd like to thank my partners that made this possible today. That's Sheriff Patrick Withrow and his Special Forces Division that did an amazing job putting these cases together, led by Captain Art Hardy, Lieutenant Andrew Theodore, Detective Allison Barsetti, Detective Greg Dupreece, and Detective Rocky Bolin. I also like to thank the Honorable Richard Mallett and his court staff for the wonderful job that they did from the very beginning, pushing this case forward. And last but definitely not least, I would like to thank my own team, the great men and women of the District Attorney's Office, led by Chief Deputy District Attorney Don Vaughn, Supervising Deputy District Attorney Todd Turner, and also crime analyst Macy McKinstry for the hard work that they put in bringing this case to justice and bringing it to its end. We anticipate that on January 16th will be the next court hearing. That will be a setting for that would be a pronouncement of judgment setting date, where we anticipate at that day he will receive 2 years in the county jail. He will also have 8 years suspended over his head at that time. That's the statement we have from the District Attorney's Office. Any questions?
How did you get to this point? You were so animated before, and can you reiterate the charges and the points? How did you get here?
Yes, we received information earlier this week while we were supposed to start trial. And that is what happened here today. Good question.
You got a statement from him. He did say that he pled no contest. Can you give a distinction because you're
Thank you.
That statement also said that he pled no contest with a West declaration, meaning he did not admit guilt. So what is your response to that then, if, he clearly does not think that he's guilty?
Those are his opinions. You do not plead to 77 counts if you're not guilty. I don't know. Ask my team. Were you all surprised?
No. The evidence is very strong.
We had very strong evidence in this case. We've always felt the plea.
Could you, for the public, just kind of explain the decision to go ahead with the agreement to call it?
By him admitting to all three of them, now his guilt is no longer an issue, and we now move on.
Why is it important for justice to happen in this case? And so many of those crimes.
That's a very good question. It's very important that we have justice and a resolution in these cases for two things. One, the violation of the public trust. When we steal from our institutions, that's taken not only money from the taxpayers, but it's taken money from individuals that are supposed to be receiving that money, and that is very important. Also, there is no higher duty than our elections fraud. That our people have to have confidence that our elections are done fairly, that they are done appropriately, and they're doing with confidence of the outcomes. So this was a very high priority in my office, and that's why I had signed my best team to make sure that we had a full resolution on this case.
Can you delve into that a little bit more?
Yes, that 8 years will be after he serves his 2 years.
Have you heard from anybody else from Lodi at all?
We're going to leave the Lodi statements to themselves in this matter. Any other questions? All right, we'll try to find a colder spot next time, but I guess it wasn't raining, so anyway. Thank you very much for coming out here today. So,
Do you mind if I ask you one question?
Sure.
To the side?
of course.